Let's head to Spain now, where the authorities have opened a temporary morgue in a convention centre as the death toll from the flooding rises above 200, making this Europe's worst weather disaster in 5 decades. Rescuers say 205 people are dead, but a minister earlier said dozens and dozens were still missing as rescuers battle to reach areas still cut off by floodwaters. Emergency teams are struggling to restore basic services days after the floods, which caused widespread devastation. Another 500 military personnel have today joined the search and clean-up operations. The Valencia region was hit by an entire year's worth of rainfall in just a few hours. It triggered flash floods and swollen rivers. Many roads, bridges and rail tracks have also been destroyed, while power and internet continues to be disrupted. From Valencia, Bethany Bell reports.
The scale of these floods is devastating. This is the worst natural disaster in Spain's recent history. Volunteers are out in force, walking long distances to help with the cleanup. At a food distribution centre in the town of Aldaya, people are donating supplies. That's where we met Juan, a local English teacher. He says the tragedy here is overwhelming.
People that are not here have gone through a terrible agony until the time that they passed away. And anger because it's outrageous that, our local government didn't do anything about it, knowing they well knew that, this was coming and did nothing about it.
Volunteers and officials have provided water, nappies, bread and other food. Many of the towns around here don't have running water and supermarkets aren't getting deliveries, so donations like these are very important. And volunteers have come out in force to try and help.
I'm here in Valencia in Spain, where 3 days of national mourning have been declared after devastating flash floods.
Jesus God.
This is one of the worst hit areas. This area has been totally decimated by the floodwater over the last 24 hours, and all that's left is really sticky, thick, viscous mud. Now we're at a point in the village, in this sort of suburb of Valencia really, where it crosses a river, but you can see that the bridge has entirely disappeared. Behind me was a bridge connecting this part of Picaña with the opposite bank. It is now entirely knocked away by the force of the water.
Yeah, my family, they are not so lucky. They lose almost everything.
It must have just been absolutely terrifying for them.
It's terrible for them, yeah. In my mind, I never have seen something like that.
And this is what's happening, you see. We're seeing heavy machinery being brought in by some. Yeah. This doesn't look like the authorities. It looks like it's just maybe a local farmer or somebody coming to help.
Yeah, it's from the farm that is just next, and everything is with water, so they lose also everything. And they are coming here with the machines to clean and to help.
My condolences to the people, moment of silence for the victims and this tragedy. And it's a shame to see there's a lack of government help. Hope you pull through well. Climate change is really a problem. Rising levels of water. Moment of silence, people. Moment of silence.
Bon, així ens hem alçat de la torre, ha baixat l'aigua, ahir per la nit se veia l'aigua. Això és el col·le. I més zones de la torre.
Is a man or a woman? Oh, she got a little dog. Oh my gosh. She put her... Oh, everything gone. Oh, well done there. Well done, mate.
The scale of destruction in this region is breathtaking. Homes ruined, lives wrecked. Cars are strewn all over these roads, and the number of deaths has crept up remorselessly. Paco is stunned. He showed us the damage to his workshop business. This is how high the water got, he said, up to the black marks on the wall. We lost the business, all of these cars. We lost everything because of the flooding. We've been ruined. These girls want to show us this. Their father is now a hero. He rescues someone when this street turned into a river. The man struggling to stay alive is a local. He's called Luis. A rope is thrown to him and he clings on desperately. You can sense his desperation and hear the shouts of encouragement. And eventually he is pulled up to safety, a survivor. What bewildered people here was the suddenness.
It was horrible and too fast. All happens too fast. In just 1 minute, water comes from nothing to up to 2 meters high.
This is the town that was hit hardest, Porta, where dozens have been killed.
Oh dear.
Well, here's a very good gauge of what happened here. They spent the morning pumping out this garage, but look, the water is still about 1 metre deep and everything there is ruined. Now, as this torrent came through here, it threw all these cars together and this road is completely blocked. But this story isn't about possessions. At the end of this row of houses, there was a couple who were caught in their car and the water rushed through and they both drowned. Every road is scarred. Cars were simply thrown around by these floodwaters. This was nature at its most vicious, leaving the residents here desperate for help and reassurance.
I want to tell you that the government of Spain is here to provide you with any additional resources you may need. I said it yesterday. We're not going to leave the Valencians alone. We're going to be with you for as long as it
Pedro.
takes.
Oh, not son.
Rebuilding this destruction will take years. More bodies are still being found. But it is a fleeting moment of joy in a day of awful sadness. Adam Parsons, Sky News, Porta in eastern Spain.
On that. When am I come for you? Oh Lord.
Se hubiera evitado las muertes que hay. La comunicación llegó muy tarde.